Welcome to the FG Podcast. I'm your host, Football Galaxy, and for today, we're going to talk about the end of the greatest tournament in the history of the world. No, I'm not talking about the Olympics. I'm talking about the FIFA World Cup. It has come to an end once again after so many times every 4 years. We all get sad when it comes to the end of the World Cup, but we also get excited for when the next one comes. Especially the one in 2026, considering how it's going to be here in the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. That's the one we're all waiting for, but we're going to have to wait for 8 years for that. So just sit down, relax, be patient for 8 more years. You'll probably be old by then. And the World Cup will come to us. And it's about time, considering how it hasn't been in Mexico for like almost 20 years. And it hasn't been in the U.S. for like, I don't know. The last time it was in the U.S. was like in what, 1984? Was it 84, Fred, or 86? I think it was 84. Wait, I'm totally wrong. Fred, what? Why do you give me this? It's in 98. What? Stupid piece of crap, Fred. My gosh. The last one was in Mexico, 1986. And in the U.S., it was in 1998. My gosh, Fred, you stupid. I'm gonna get you, dude. It has never been in Canada, so it's going to be the first World Cup to be involved in Canada. What I do find kind of unfair is that there's going to be like only 3 games in Mexico and Canada, and the whole rest is going to be in the U.S. I honestly don't know why it's called a united bid in that case. In that case, it should have been just in the U.S. because 2/3 of the whole entire tournament is going to be held in the U.S. So, I don't know about you, but that's kind of unfair. But whatever, before I get mad, I'm just going to go into the World Cup itself. So, the 2018 World Cup has come to an end, and so far, the FIFA has finally officially announced the top nominees for the best men soccer player, aka the best World Cup player, and also the best World Cup goal. And it does go for, Fred, what was it again? Oh, that's right, it was Benjamin Pavard. From France. He scored a huge golazo, and I'm pretty sure that as soon as that goal was into the back of the net, everyone knew that was the goal of the tournament itself, and it was. So congratulations to Benjamin Pavard for scoring the goal of the World Cup 2018 in Russia. It was a huge golazo for France against Argentina. No other player could score such a great goal like that one. That's why it won number 1 in the top 10 World Cup goals. You can see the video itself. Top 10 FIFA World Cup goals in the FIFA YouTube channel. It is on, and you can see it. The huge goals, the great players of the FIFA World Cup. Well, the thing about the World Cup ending is that you can see replays, you can see the awesomeness of the World Cup. In other words, you can try to relive the greatest moments that you saw or you watched, whichever, during the World Cup. So it has ended, but you can still always see the great moments back. So that's the good thing about having YouTube and, well, I don't know, but World Cup ending? I don't know. It kind of doesn't really fit to that, but anyway. Now the next up is in 2022, 4 years from now, against Qatar. So let us see how the teams will be by that time. Obviously, pretty much for most of the teams around the world, all of the great generation squad that we saw back in 2010 all the way to 2018, we're not going to see them again. A new generation will begin by the end of this World Cup and probably by the beginning of next year. So it's highly likely that all the greatest players that you saw for your nation, you probably won't see them again for a while, my friend. In fact, they could even retire by the end of this year. So, yeah, we're pretty much looking for a new generation by the time 2022 begins for the World Cup. And let us see by that time, how the teams will be. It will be interesting. And it will be a challenge also for the new rookies. So, World Cup is coming to an end. Now let's go to LA, where we're literally 1 day away from the 2nd edition of El Tráfico. Not only for this year, but also for history of El Tráfico itself. LA Galaxy taking on LAFC, this time in Bank of California Stadium. It's the first time in Bank of California Stadium history which LA Galaxy will play and where the El Tráfico will play as well. So in other words, this is the first time LA Galaxy is going to Big Up California Stadium. Let's see how they do against the mighty LAFC, considering how they're second place in the Western Conference, and LA Galaxy is in fourth place. But I do believe the Galaxy will have a great match. Hopefully they will win. You know, it's so weird because I'm a true LAFC hater, but the thing is, when it comes to the Galaxy playing against them, I just get so nervous. But I do have faith in my team, especially the well-known fact that Zlatan pretty much beat the crap out of LAFC in that time. All LA Galaxy fans will never forget that beautiful, glorious moment when the land of Los Angeles entered the field for the very first time in his career and pretty much dominated the whole show, dude. He destroyed LAFC's butt, kicked it all the way out of the field, and we beat those suckers. We beat the rookies, and that's how it should be. But I'm totally not surprised if LAFC wants to get revenge. Considering how this is literally a rematch, I wouldn't see why not. They wouldn't want to get revenge to the Galaxy and see if they can become one of the few rookies that can defeat a total veteran. But as for the question, who do you think will win between technically LAFC, considering how they're homes, LAFC versus LA Galaxy? Who do you think will win? To be honest with you, I think I'm in two options right now. I'm in two decisions, two answers. The first one is obviously Galaxy will win. The second one, though, is that it could actually be a draw. Because LAFC right now, since that game against the Galaxy, they've been totally dominating the league. Let's be honest, they're a really good LA team. They're like Atlanta United of the Eastern Conference, especially back in last year when Atlanta United was barely starting. But against the Galaxy, considering how the Galaxy are up to a 7 unbeaten run, which is probably one of the best records ever since last year, because last year was the worst season in their history, and in the league history, to make matters worse. This is one of the best records they've done thus far, and they are the second team in the league right now to do so, as of this season. Considering that fact, and also having Zlatan Ibrahimovic, how he even said himself in an interview that he's ready for this game, he's all for it, he's 100% ready, health, he's spot on, he's ready to give everything for the Galaxy. And considering how the team is doing well also, because the team has been doing so much better these days, guys. And it's because, like Ziggy Smith said, all the players are finally getting to know how to play with each other. And that's awesome. That's exactly what the team needed. They needed chemistry. They needed how to play with Zlatan, because Zlatan was such a it's like an elite player against not so elite players on the whole team. So they're finally getting to know Zlatan, finally getting to know how to play with Zlatan. That's awesome. That's why they're winning in games so far. In fact, they haven't won 3 games in a long while. And they haven't won 3 games in a row. So that's what they're doing pretty good, because they're now playing like they should be. They're playing together as a whole team. So that's why I think this second edition of El Tráfico is going to be awesome. It's going to be epic. It's going to be intense. LAFC will be looking for revenge, and LA Galaxy will be looking for the second victory in El Tráfico history. And the first victory in Bank of California Stadium history, actually, to be honest, because, like I said, the Galaxy is the first time they're going to Bank of California Stadium. In my opinion, that's a total rip-off from StubHub Center. But I'm not going to go into details because I don't want to get angry. So, as for Tráfico, both teams, I think they're going to duke it out into a draw, to be honest, because the Galaxy, I don't know, it's like FC Dallas. They just couldn't catch up to Dallas, and they beat them. Dallas defeated them 3-2, but as for LAFC, considering how they're not exactly FC Dallas, I want to say it's going to be a draw. That's probably my official answer. It's going to be a draw, possibly a 2-2 draw, or a 3-2 loss. I really hope it's not a 3-2 loss. But LAFC is totally going to be looking for revenge. The Galaxy, they're doing pretty good. I'm pretty sure LAFC must know that they're doing a lot better than earlier in the season, so they're doing a lot better. So, in my opinion, I think the Galaxy do actually stand a chance against LAFC, so that's awesome. But who can possibly win? I want to see a draw. Just to be safe, to be honest. Just to be safe. So, we're done with the World Cup. We're done with El Tráfico. I think that's just pretty much it. I know this is a short podcast. I would do a lot more longer, but I think I'm just going to keep up to this, guys. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it. So, just a little announcement. I'm going to be trying to get Valparaiso to come in the next FG podcast to and that show, it's gonna be based. The main topic, the main subject of the whole podcast on that day will be the things that we want in FIFA Mobile. You know, like our opinions of how FIFA Mobile should be. I want it to be fun because EA completely ruined the whole entire game. It's a crapped up game. Everyone hates it, but we have no choices but to play it. I mean, we don't have to play it, but considering how it says FIFA, I play it. So yeah. So stay tuned for that episode. I'm still trying to figure out a good schedule for the FG podcast. I know because it's kind of random. I think it's just random. I'm trying to figure out a good schedule for it because, with the FIFA Friday, it's every Friday, and with the Endless Foot Mobile series, it's every Wednesday. But for the FG podcast, I'm still trying to figure out. I'm probably thinking of posting it every Monday, but I'm still not sure. But I think Monday's gonna be I think Mondays might be the official schedule every Mondays. But I'm still trying to figure out. But just keep it in mind, I'm still trying to figure out the schedule for the FG podcast. But I think the highest likely day at which it might come might be every Mondays. But that's not official, okay? Do not keep that in the calendar. Do not put that in your mind. It's not official. I'm just thinking about it. And as soon as I configure it, as soon as I decide it and make the official decision, I will tell you in the next FG podcast. The one that comes before. So, yeah, this is pretty much it, guys. So, thank you guys for listening. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. Stay tuned for more episodes of the FG podcast. Next week, I think will be next week. It could even be this weekend, but I don't know. You know what? I'll say that again. Probably not this weekend, but maybe next week I will have the next episode of the FG podcast featuring Valparaiso. And, and we'll just talk about FIFA Mobile. So again, thank you guys for watching, and have a good night, guys. Thank you again, and have a great Galaxy night.